the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running from the gun with Henry. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 18. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about
touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry, 78 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And some space here. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Throwing is Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here we go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff to Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. Hard throw, incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. 7 yards, the pickup there. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's taken down inside the 30. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Flushed out right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
DeAndre Swift
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. It's Burrow.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
They go play action with Burrow.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
Well, the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Burrow on play action. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On 2nd and 9. Hurts. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Running is Swift.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Hurts.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
They'll roll him out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right.
Hurts fumbles it.
And this is scooped up by the Lions.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They'll run it again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Right 80. Right side. Thomas. 11 MT. 11 MT.
Here's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense. They affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he gets it down to the 32. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Now a carry for Swift.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 26. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 16, Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Second down and 4.
Burrow will throw. They set up the screen for Henry. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
12. 11.
On 1st down, it's Henry, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 17. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On third down, Swift. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation. And now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They begin with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready? 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, That gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Back to throw again. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. How about that, partner? Not only a 4th down conversion in a tie game, a 4th down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it is a head coach feeling the rhythm and understanding his team. Sometimes you think, okay, we better get this done right now. We might not have enough left if we let this game extend. Let's go get it, end it, and get a victory.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
First throw in overtime now for Burrow. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So into overtime and all the way to the end of overtime, they have a chance to win it. Couldn't convert on the field goal, and we end in the very rare tie.
Don't see it very often. We did discuss it as we began overtime that because it's a regular season game, we're going to play that last quarter. And if no one scores or however, if it finishes in a tie, that's it. But boy, how bad do you feel for him? The opportunity to win it with a field goal at the end, and it doesn't go through the pipes.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.